Assalamu alaikum friends. Today's my topic is influence of video games on youth in promoting violent behavior. Video games are extremely addictive. Children and teenagers are drawn towards video games like a moth toward the flame. These games are exciting, thrilling and adventurous. Video games are online interactive, sometimes multiplayer game, where people play for survival in the digital fantasy world. Many research articles state the positive and negative effects of playing video games. Positive effects of video games. When a person plays video game, it gives up the person brain a real workout. In many video games, the skill required to win involve abstract and high level thinking. These skills are not even taught at school. Some of the mental skills enhanced by video games include positive effects of video games are problem solving and logic, multitasking, developing reading and math skills, perseverance, quick thinking, making fast analyze and decision simulation, real world skills. Negative effects of video games. Playing video games may increase aggressive behavior because violent acts are continually repeated throughout the video game. This method of repetition has long been considered an effective teaching method in reinforcing learning patterns. Negative effects are violence. Socially isolated, some video games teach kids the wrong values, bad effects on some children's health. Many people Many people do not believe that video game violence can cause children to behave aggressively. There is a continuous debate among psychologists about the side effects of playing violent video games. Matthew Perry said, 90% of video games are really pretty damn bad. I think that's actually why it's so much fun to shoot things because the all is so bad and the characters are so annoying. Video games are a few of the many internet parts that psychologists and parents widely debate. These encourage violence, criminal activities, use of drugs, sexual activities, and can potentially impair cognitive growth, judgment, and make its user violent. Spending hours and hours in the thrilling fantasy world make them socially withdrawn and promotes isolation. Video games are portals through the which ordinary players are transformed into people of immense importance, such as a warrior, an assassin, a racer, etc. Video games require children to play in violent situations where they have to slaughter other players, shoot and kill them. The players themselves need to acknowledge the changes they see in themselves. Most of them remain in denial about the harmful effects it may have on them. Using violence to prohibit them from playing these games will make them hate their caregivers. The players not only spectate the games but also interact with them. Many games have age restrictions. Parents should be cautious about theirs. Children's maintaining the age limit, such measures are not easy to implement if they are not habituated with the internet world, but it is a necessary step. Parents can also introduce children to physical games that are much more rewarding, slowly and steadily. Children children will adapt children will adapt to staying away from the digital world and become aware of what content they view with counseling. Miyamoto said, a delayed game is eventually good. A bad game is bad forever.